It's story time. Story time. Let's read it story time. Story time. I'll read the story time. Story time. You and me, it's story time. Story time. Let's achieve. Hello, everyone. Welcome to story time with me, Kayla. How are you all doing on this beautiful Sunday? I hope you're doing well. And of course, as always, please make sure to please still stay safe out there. Now, I know what you're thinking. The scenery is different. Yes, it is. But I'm still here to give you all some wonderful books. And I am so excited because today we have another special author feature. Today, we will take a look at a book from returning author Lateefah Simpson. We had the honor of reading her very first book, and she has teamed up with Illustrator Amanda McIntyre, and together they have written a beautiful book that I think really needs to be in every classroom everywhere. And so, without further ado, the book we'll be reading tonight is called Enzi, the One-Eyed Pufferfish, written by Lateefah Simpson and illustrated and layout by Amanda McIntyre. Y'all ready to see what this book is all about? Ready, set, let's begin. Woo! I can't jump up no more. Enzi, the One-Eyed Pufferfish, written by Lateefah Simpson, illustrations and layout by Amanda McIntyre. Here we go. She signed it for us. It says, being different is a superpower. Lateefah Simpson, absolutely. Thank you so much. We always appreciate an autographed copy. And you all know, I love stressing the importance of being different. We were all made differently for a reason. A huge shout out to Lydia and Silas and Kevin and Ash, and to everyone else listed in the dedication page. Hey, y'all. All right, you all ready for this book to get started? Here we go. Let's begin. Enzi, the one-eyed East African pufferfish, lived at the aquarium in the tropical fish tank, just past the crustacean exhibit. Ooh, have you ever been to an aquarium before? My class actually just had a field trip 3 days ago to the shared aquarium. You see a stingray, some sharks, and some fish. When it was time to be fed, Enzi swirled toward the top of the tank to get her food. She was always last and barely got anything to eat. Frustrated, she struggled to swim like the rest of the fish. Why? Enzi just had one eye. So she's different because she only has one eye that she's working with, and the rest of the fish has two. There she goes again. You're not like us. You can't do anything right, said Gulliver, another fish from Enzi's school. You're always bumping into us. Why don't you swim away and be useless someplace else, said another. How in the world do you think that made Enzi feel? Those are some very mean words. I don't like that. Now, Enzi was very sad. They're right about me. I don't swim like everyone else. I can hardly keep up or fend for myself. Why was I born this way? Just then, Alejandro, the South American pufferfish, swam up to Enzi's side. Well, I think you're doing great. You're doing the best you can, and that's all that matters. You may not look like everyone else, but you're still a pufferfish, and so am I. Because of Alejandro's words of encouragement, Enzi smiled. Oh, Alejandro was being a nice friend. Suddenly, Alejandro had a brilliant idea. What if I help you with your directions? We can make our turns together as we swim toward the top of the tank for our meal. I'll stay by your side to help guide you through the crowd. This way you won't bump into anyone. Left, right, up, down. These are the words I'll shout to you as we move along together. Ooh, Alejandro. Enzi thought this was a great idea. She couldn't wait to get started with her training. I know that's right. Having someone in your corner rooting for you and reminding you how amazing you are, everyone deserves that. Okay, Enzi, I'll swim in front of you and then yell out which way to go. Are you ready? Asked Alejandro. I sure am, Enzi responded. All right, let's go. Bank left, bank right, swim up, grab your food, and then plunge down. These are the movements that we'll make. Enzi was focused. Keep up the great work, said Alejandro. The newfound friends practiced their synchronized routine all afternoon and all night for 3 days straight. Wow, that's amazing. Everyone needs a friend like Alejandro. I think I'm ready to give this new thing a try, said Enzi to Alejandro. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings, she added. The next day, the pair anxiously waited as they prepared to put their hard work to the test. As the Aquarius walked to the edge of the tank with her bucket of shrimp chum, Enzi and Alejandro had their sights set. Ooh, MCE. Oh. With much anticipation, all of the fish in the tank gathered around for their daily meal. Enzi and Alejandro eagerly lined up to make their way into the crowd. Gulliver and the others looked on with spiteful curiosity. As the food dropped, everyone began to whirl toward the top. Alejandro then shouted, bank left, bank right, swim up, bank left, bank right, swim up. Grab your food and now plunge down. Gulliver's look of disbelief quickly became a look of awe. It didn't matter that Enzi had only one eye. He realized she was able to swim just like everyone else. Instantly, he and the other fish felt ashamed and embarrassed for their behavior towards Enzi. They weren't very nice to her because they thought she was different. And so what if she was different? Is that still an excuse to treat someone unfairly or unkindly? No, not at all. I'm glad they felt ashamed and embarrassed. With his shoal behind him, Gulliver swam over to Enzi and said, we're not so different, you and I. Enzi, I'm so sorry for treating you the way I did and for hurting your feelings. I promise, we all promise to never say or do those mean things again. We can work together. After all, we are the same. Enzi smiled at Gulliver and said, I couldn't agree more. I forgive you. As everyone swam their separate ways for the day, Enzi and Alejandro gave each other a high fin five. You did it, Enzi, exclaimed Alejandro. No, we did it, responded Enzi. I'm so happy to call you my friends. Aww. The end. Yes, K-Crew, wasn't this such a wonderful book? Like I said before, we are all made differently for a very special reason. So embrace it, celebrate it, don't hate. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this book as much as I did. To find your copy, make sure to head on over to her website. And of course, be sure to follow them both on social media. A huge shout out to the author and illustrator for such a beautiful book. I want to say hello to all your friends and family watching. Hey everybody! And K-Crew, I have to thank you all as well for joining me, but now it's time to sing goodbye. I know. Here we go. Goodbye, 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 my friends. Goodbye to you. I hope to see you again real soon. Be proud of all your work tonight. Now climb in the bed and sleep real tight. On the count of 3, let's say goodnight. 1, 2, 3. Good night.